Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 6811 West 24th Avenue. And so the story is we had a backup, and the tenants called Alpine Plumbing to come and snake this line. They ran 100 feet and thought something was wrong with the line. They thought roots, but as we can see, I'm 130 feet in, and I have not even gotten to the clay section. I cannot push this further. We turn a lot. So this line, I'm on the southwest corner of the lot, and this line goes goes north, goes underneath unit 6809, and then turns to go east, then goes underneath unit 6805, and then turns once again, and goes under 6801, which is where I'm at. I attempted to locate that line, but we're not even outside yet. So the problem for this unit does not appear to be roots. I'm going to start pulling back. We do have one of the units is running water. Not here, but somebody else is somewhere else. So we'll have a little bit of water there. I do recognize a belly somewhere around, I think, the 60-foot mark. That's going to be underneath unit, I believe, 6809. But again, I cannot verify that because I can't get into units. So we'll start pulling it back. And we just want to kind of mention that we will be having problems in the cast iron within unit 6811, which is the one that has the problem. So we'll come back slowly because it is a long line with multiple turns. And just to be aware that there's going to be some parts where we're in some water. That's because the tenant's running water somewhere. So right now we're in cast. That's that kind of dark brown black look that you're going to see some bumps in the road. That is scale. That is mineralization that's built up naturally over time. Scale is not inherently bad. It does kind of resemble like a clogged artery, if you will. But the worst section of cast by far is underneath 6811, and I do want to mention that there have been sections of 6811 in the past, and the smaller line that's servicing the kitchen and laundry that has been replaced. So kind of plays into the cast in this this batch of cast was not great, and it is showing signs of age. Now around here I did go underwater, but I had to be running water to get my camera as far out as I did. So this is the belly that's going to be underneath, I believe, 6805. Again, I cannot verify that for you. So if 6805 ever has a problem, maybe do the same camera from there to see and locate what's going on there. But that was not the problem today, or yesterday, or whenever the backup occurred. Because if we had a block that was 130 feet out or way out there in the street, the first unit that's going to be affected would be 6801, and then 6805, and then 6809. But none of the other neighbors, I did speak to one of them that's at 6809, and they are not having any problems. So the block for the backup that occurred is local, which plays into my theory that the cast is what happened. The cast is in rotting shape, and even if the tenants are doing everything perfect, it will collect toilet paper and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're thinking is the culprit. So that section right there, again, it's really hard to tell how bad that belly is because of the running water. It looks like it's from 88 feet to about 105 feet. So a 20-foot belly. And it might be mild, but again, it's hard to tell. All right, so this section right here you're going to see is PVC. And I did attempt to locate this line, and it was giving me the highest readings around the perimeter of unit 6809. I was hopeful that in a second we see a line on top joining, and I was hoping that would be like an outside clean out to maybe be a better service for cleaning right there. I tried to locate that to see if, you know, that was an access point so we can do better camera and cleaning work, but no. It's underneath the unit, so this is probably the sewer coming down from 6809. So this section's been replaced, and I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that it's because they had rotting cast in that unit as well, and that gave out before this one that we're operating from. You can clearly see the blade marks from the cleaning on this PVC on the side. Those little lines, those are from the cleaning that was done before my arrival. All right, so we're now back in cast, and as you can clearly see, now we're going to see you know, a channel on the bottom, a divot that's really hard. Okay, I turned off some water. It was the toilet running, so I fixed that. So we're going to get a little bit of a better picture here in just a second. All right, while I was waiting for the water to dissipate, I did locate this line right there at that spot. And so it's about a foot deep. It is outside the doorway to like the small bedroom at the foot of the stairs. So I'm going to be pulling back and then doing a series of pausing the video to locate the problematic sections. And I will go ahead and resume the video to explain what all that I've found. Okay, so I've come back and I'm directly down the clean out around the sweep at the bottom of the sweep. My locate's off, or my distance is off about 2 feet, I believe. That's the distance on the lower left-hand side of the screen. So we have ABS that we're in. That's just soap bubbles from some detergent. We have a little bit of standing water right there. It's not much, and it's a short run, but that ABS, whenever it was replaced, that's in this laundry room, it does have a little bit of a pitch issue right there, and then it quickly resolves. Take a turn. And I did locate this spot. It does have a funny look, but it's banded on from ABS to cast iron. This is 7 inches deep. We're right next to the water heater, and we're heading in a straight shot. We'll go underneath the wall, essentially, and the wall is the divider between the bathroom and like this little shelf area. That's where we'll be heading to. So I did, you know, this cast doesn't look too bad. I do think that if you're already digging up the bedroom to fix the sewer, then you might want to replace this, because this will give out one day. Obviously, something happened to the ABS section. So it's looking to be about a 12-foot run. Now this is the sewer. We're going from 2 inches to 3-inch drain. And that's the toilet that's going by. So we Y into that. Somebody just flushed. You can see the water going from left to right. That was not planned, but good visual. So right here is our cast, and pretty much immediately after this, down this stretch, we're now going underneath the bedroom in a straight shot. The parts that I located that are labeled bad cast, I have tape on the ground, so the depth is about a foot at the deepest. So this section is the section that needs to get replaced. I do got water running, but you could tell that this section has spots in it that are bad, and we'll take a look at it again as we go through. So like all that section was pretty bad because I was really in water. And then you can see like on the right side how that cast, you see how my camera's bumping up and down. That is just the bottom of the drain giving out. Right here is a real bad section. I labeled that. And then, you know, that's a bad section. I think there might be another one coming up. And then I labeled this too. So if we're digging that up, we'll go right up to the plastic and band onto that. So I'll put all this in the notes, get an estimate going for a drain repair. And then I will go ahead and talk to the realty guy and get some, you know, some numbers for him. This will probably get delegated to our sewer excavation team, or I might be able to build up one on site. If there's any other questions, refer to the invoice summary. There'll be a text version of this job. If there's any other questions that does not answer, feel free to give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you for your time.